Hello YouTube, this is Unger to the Max here. A salute to you. And before I go any further, if you like what you see, punch that like button like a UFC fighter and punch that subscribe button. Also, click that little bell so you'll get notifications for when I upload new videos. Which, get ready, because I'm probably going to be uploading a bunch of new videos right in a row. So, this is the first one. So, as you can see, I am a die-hard Chicago Cubs fan. So you bet I went absolutely crazy when the third out was made of the 2016 World Series and the Cubs ended their 108-year drought without a World Series. I went running up to my room, started playing Go Cubs Go, and I called one of my best friends in Chicago. And I thought about wearing my Cubs jersey to school the next day, but since I live in Cleveland, I didn't want to take that type of shit. But, as you know, the Indians had home field advantage in the World Series. The reason for that is because up until 2016, the winner of the Midsummer Classic, also known as the All-Star Game, got home field advantage in the World Series. 2016 was the last year for this. In 2017, 2018, and 2019, the team that had the better record got home field advantage. If that had been the case for 2016, though, the World Series would not have started at Progressive Field. It would have started at Wrigley Field in Chicago on the north side. I have never been to a Cubs game, unfortunately. That is one of the top items on my bucket list, is to see a game at Wrigley Field. Anyway, so my question is, if the World Series had started at Wrigley Field instead of Progressive Field, how would the World Series have changed? Would the series have gone the full 7 games? Would the Cubs have started the series up 2-0? There's so many, X factors and what ifs. The Cubs were able to use Kyle Schwarber as a designated hitter for games 1, 2, 6, and 7. Because in the American League, you have the designated hitter rule. But in the National League, the pitcher has to hit. So, the advantage went to the Cubs. But if the Cubs had World Series home field advantage in the World Series, they might not have had that advantage. Would that have allowed the Indians to win the World Series? Don't know. But for me, that's just something fun to think about. How would the World Series have changed if the Cubs had home field advantage? Now, I have to admit, if it had not been for the rain delay in extra innings, the Indians would have won the World Series without question. They had all the momentum. So I gotta give huge amount of credit to Mother Nature for helping us win that World Series. Without a doubt. Again, if there's no rain delay, the Cubs are not standing here today as 2016 World Series champions.